everyone, I'm Allie with the Potomac Bead Company, and I'm going to show you today how to make some beaded hair combs. These are really great for little bridal pieces you can do that the beaded comb is on. You can use pearls, crystals, seed beads. You really can use anything that you want. We're going to be using the hair comb, which the hair comb actually has some loops on the back that we'll be stringing into. We sell these in a pack of 2, so you actually get 2 for 1. In addition to the hair combs, we're going to be using some super new glue. We are using some illusion cord. You can also use Supplemax. Either one will work. I have my wire cutters to cut my cord, or you could use scissors, and then some beads to go along with it. So the combs are starting out very easily. We're starting out with our comb that has a number of different holes, and we're starting out with our illusion cord. So the cording is really thin, and it's a little bit hard to see, so I'll try to kind of move it around so you can see it. I've started off with 2 feet of the cord. If you need to add extra, you can. But what I'm going to do to start out is I'm going to put my cording through the first loop of my hair comb, and all I'm going to do is a simple knot. I'm going to do right over left and then left over right, and that's getting that cording attached to my comb. I'm going to come back then after the fact and I'll glue onto that. Sometimes when you glue, you might end up closing that hole and gluing that hole shut, so you don't want to do that. So we're going to glue after the fact, but I get a nice tight knot, and that's going to get me started on my comb. So that's going to be the back of my comb where that knot is. I'm going to start by taking the end of my cording through the start of the comb and bringing it out the front, and I'm going to get ready to put my first bead on. You can make this as complicated or as simple as you want. I picked some Swarovski crystals and some pearls here, and I picked them in a pink color. It's my daughter's favorite color, so I figured I'd go with pink. And once you have a bead on, it's your choice if you want to put more beads on. If you want to do it very simple and just go straight down the line, what you're going to do is take the cording. We're coming out of the first hole. We're going to go into the second hole through the back. We're going to come then out the first or the third hole. So it's just like sewing. We're going in the back and then out the front. And I'm pulling nice and tight. And then I'm going to get ready to add another pearl. So I'm going to do this one very simply, that I'm just going to go right down the line. And I'm going to show you then how to embellish after that and to make it a little bit more designed and decorated. So now that I'm coming out of hole number 3, I'm going to go into hole number 4, pull that cording. It's going to sit right there. Again, out the next hole, and another bead on. And I'm just going to continue this the whole length of my comb, picking up those pearls and putting them on, going through one and then back out the other. I'm going to continue this the whole way down the comb, and then I'll show you how I'm going to add in and kind of fill in some of those gaps. So I'm coming out the second to last hole. I'm going to put my last crystal on in my line. I'm going to take my cording through the last hole. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to back through and come back out the second hole. When I come out the second hole here is when I'll start going back down the line now from left or from right to left, and I'll add another crystal. That's going to fill in some of that space that was left originally. And this time I'm going to be doing the opposite. So I'm coming basically out the one and into the other. And you just kind of have to move the beads along the side over, and you'll be able to pull the cording out the next one. And you just want to make sure when you're doing this that you're not getting your illusion cord all twisted in your beads. You're going to pull it through then and out and in, and this is just going to make them sit a little bit different, so that way you get a different look, and it will get a little bit of a cluster look. You can keep these as simple or as complex as you want, going through them multiple times. The nice thing about the illusion cord is you really don't see much of it at all because it is nice and clear. So I'm pulling nice and tight, and I'm getting those beads just laying right in that row. And I'm just going to continue going now from my right to my left the same way that I started the comb, going right down the line. So I've come to the end of my row here adding my beads, and I can continue to do as many passes as I want, coming up, going back through. You can also link through, go with your line back through the crystals again. This time down the line I think I'm going to add some pearls to it, and you can just put the next line on and go right back. Basically the beads have nowhere else to go even as you're going through the holes, so they just start laying on top of one another and get a little bit of this clustered look to them. A nice thing to use is some seed beads. Those will fill in really well. You don't need to go every single loop here that's there. You can kind of skip, so I'm skipping 2 loops to come through with my pearl and pool. And the fishing line you won't see a ton of, so you can design it, you can kind of mix it up, you can add more, add less, but it's going to get a nice little look to it here as you add more of the beads and give more of that kind of finished look. Once I'm done, so I'm going to pull my pearl off. Once I'm done, I'm actually at an ideal place because I'm going to actually end here and just show you how to end it. I'm going to cut the extra bit of my illusion cord off. I'm taking my 2 ends that are here, the original end and then the new end, and I'm going to tie those together. When I tie them together, I'm going to do 2 nice ties, right over left and then left over right. I give a nice tight pull, and then I'm going to grab my glue, and I'm going to glue that knot a little bit. Just a little tiny dab of glue on that knot. Once that dries, I'm going to trim down my edges. You can see here there's a couple passes going through along the back of this one because it is a little bit more full and a little bit more clustered. The one that I just did, we kept nice and simple. I just put the crystals on it. If I want to, even after the fact of gluing, I can go in with another piece of cording if I want, and I can add the pearls to it and kind of mix and match and make it look a little bit different if I want to. So once you're done, after you do your cut, it's done, you're ready to wear. It goes just right in your hair, and you'll see just whatever's sticking out the little end there. Again, it makes great wedding jewelry. Also cute in little kids' hair, even adult hair, as that kind of vintagey old look is coming back in style. So again, these are the hair clips, some of the crystals, your glue, your illusion cord or Supplemax, and that's all. It's a really easy project using the holes that are already provided for you in the comb. And you can play around with it and make a bunch. You can even go in between the comb too and come out the top so that the cording would be running down the sides here of the comb to make it a little bit more full if you want. So thanks a lot for watching. Hopefully you get a chance to play around with these, make some of them. They're really fun to just kind of have sitting around. They really decorate up the hair. And if you get a chance to check us out on Facebook, we'd appreciate it. We've got lots of different stuff on Facebook for you to take a look at and to check out. We also have a lot of other YouTube videos if you want to check those out as well. You'll get lots of ideas on different projects. If you're near one of our stores, we'd love to see you in the store and even take one of our classes. So thanks a lot for watching, and have a great rest of your day, and happy beading.